And I even hear tell about some guys on the internet who are working on some kind of podcast contraption. It'll never work.
Okay, go.
Yes, well, swabs, scalawags, and sons of bitches, wibbly wobbly, officially unofficial, wildly inaccurate, yet dead nuts on Disney podcast. And tonight, we Magical Express and Extra Magic Hours, we pay tribute to the great Joe Rohde for the main topic, self-indulgent trip down Mickey Mutineers memory lane, and Jordan, the oddities of Chile.
Wait.
Yeah, you had to tune in early for that.
And you missed it, apparently.
I like that you had to tune in earlier than when the actual episode started. So, listener, that's on you.
That's about when I tune out.
All right, everybody, this is not my problem. This is your problem.
Huh, where have I heard that before? Oh, we're in a pandemic.
Oh, I was going to say your birth, but Robbie's birth, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Robbie might do what I should have done years ago. Tonight. He's going to pull out early.
This got dark. This got real dark real fast. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I should have pulled. Never mind.
No, we need to move on. We need to move along.
I got the joke.
Oh, you're just shaking your head in disgust.
What is happening?
Okay. No, we're having a side
I noticed
conversation.
that. You know what?
Oh.
Starting the beginning of February, side conversations need to stop. I'm calling it right now.
The end of February, there probably won't be anymore.
I said the beginning of February, Robbo.
Well, I still have a point.
Okay, that is fair. But anyway. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi!
I wasn't expecting Jordan to be so excitable about that. That was wow. I don't think I can top that energy. Should we just call it a night?
That's our show.
Okay.
That's Jake, that's Josh, I'm Jordan, that's Robbie.
As always. Yeah, wait. What if we were stuck in an endless loop of starting and stopping the podcast?
Or not?
Okay.
What if you just took one of Josh's yes and then just stretched it out? And it was just like, yeah. But was that for an hour?
I might do that for an hour.
Okay.
Well, have you seen the video on our YouTube page where Jordan tells Josh no for 2 hours? It's one of my favorites.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's good shit.
And it clearly does not have nearly enough views. It doesn't have the amount of views it deserves. So,
Hold on. Did you really make it for 2 hours?
I think the video is called.
I'm going to look for that.
I think the video is called "Jordan Tells Josh No for 2 Hours." I don't remember when or where it is, but it's on there, and I'm gonna be honest.
I'm looking for it now.
It is a crowning achievement of the Mickey Mutineer podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That was 8 months ago.
Oh, we could use it again.
Hold on.
How long? Wait, how many views does it have?
Stop right there. Stop Only 14.
Stop right there.
Not enough.
Right there. I will continue to say until you stop right there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like I was gonna submit that like to the Oscars, short documentary, but it exceeded the maximum length. So I should submit it for normal documentary. I don't know. The hell? What do we call it? Is there going to be an Oscars this year?
Probably, just
I mean-
not in front of a live studio audience.
But like, as many movies that came out, if Sonic the Hedgehog isn't up for Best Picture, I am going to be pissed.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about the lack of films that didn't
Yeah, there's been
come
like
out.
5 movies. One of them being Sonic
Huh.
the Hedgehog, which, you know, if that wins Best Picture, good for them. It was really good.
I feel like it's Invisible Man, Sonic the Hedgehog, Tenet,
Wonder Woman.
Soul.
Oh, Onward.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Onward.
So, I guess Pixar's gonna win Best Animated.
I guess Pixar's gonna win Best Picture.
Oh, before we get too far into this, and this kind of is dependent on the rest of the episode, Jordan, did you watch Soul today?
I actually just finished
fantastic.
about
So
20
we can
minutes
review
ago.
it.
But did you watch Soul?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Robbie put him to sleep.
All right. Give me about half an hour.
I don't know what that implies.
What happens in a half hour?
Jordan goes.
You'll
to
find
sleep.
out.
Your T kicks in, and
Kicks in the
Oh!
junk.
got
That's
him.
my kind of tea.
Well,
Mm.
along those lines, should we talk some Disney?
course.
I guess we might as well.
No, I love that.
Yeah, sure.
That's the new bit. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Production meeting, everybody. Everyone get in here. Instead of me and
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
hold
hey,
on.
Hey,
Hey,
Get the
I'm
fuck
not-
6 feet away from
Not
me,
there
Jake.
yet.
all right, we have a really big room.
Robbie, put on your mask and your pants.
Yeah. Why is your mask over your? Never mind.
You know what, Josh? Don't knock it till you try it. The comfort is out of this world.
How do your legs even fit
I
through
have
the
very
ear
skinny
loops?
legs. Like a roast turkey on chopsticks.
It's like the Venus de Milo, but during a pandemic.
Gross.
There's no way anyone else has ever made that reference. Not in that context. Like, Jordan, that's got to be a first in history. Right?
Probably.
Holy
Maybe.
cow.
Is that the name of the episode?
Like a Venus de Milo, but during a pandemic? That's wordy, but yes. And also, I don't know how to spell de.
Yeah, whatever.
DI.
No, it's how, pandemic. That's not no whatever. Anyway, pandas everywhere. So from now on, I'm just gonna say,
But-
guys, should we talk some Disney? And I want that matching low energy from everybody.
I guess we can. I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Of course.
Okay, Robbie, that was too high. I need you to bring it down a
That was
notch.
too much.
Because then here's my thought process on this whole thing. And listener, I'm glad you joined us for this production meeting. If we start with low energy, we can gradually build up the entire episode and finish with a hey.
and still finish with a whimper.
Yes. Well, okay, you put a pin on that. More on that later, according to past episodes. Anyway, guys, I want to talk about Soul for a little bit.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Before we do that, I want to talk about something. So before we talk about Soul, I accidentally did a viral tweet, and it's
Oh, what'd you
doing
catch?
a tweet. What?
No.
Uh,
Oh, they have antibiotics for that.
Oh.
no, I want to hear about this viral tweet.
No, all right. So there's this piece of artwork that I've seen a few times, and it's a kaiju figment, and he's attacking the monorail from in Epcot, and he's kind of like leaning up against this the spaceship Earth,
Yeah.
right? The giant
Mhm.
spaceship Earth dome. Anyway, so I've seen this piece of artwork a couple of times on Twitter, and I had reposted it today with a tweet saying, "Breaking: Walt Disney World starts testing their new nighttime spectacular harmonious." And I didn't like I'm not funny. I don't know what I'm doing on Twitter, and I didn't like. I thought it would get a couple of laughs, and that was it. It has gotten 81 retweets, 12 quote tweets, and 687 likes. And I understand that on the scale of viral, like that is very low on the hierarchy ladder there of viral tweets. However, after I had posted it, I thought to myself, hey, maybe I should give credit to the artist who did this. And when I zoomed in, I couldn't really find, like, I found the artist's name, but I couldn't make out the last name. It was Larry Q something. So I Googled and I couldn't really find anything. And then I got called out in a tweet like about an hour or two ago from somebody going, hey, maybe you should give credit to the artist. And I was like, hey, I tried, couldn't find anything. And then they're like, oh, here it is. Here's all the information. It took me 1 second of Googling. So first off, they threw shade. Second, thank you for finding all of that information because now I can add it to the original post like I had wanted to. So I did. It turns out, and I want to give this artist a shout out. Turns out this artist's name is Larry Quatch. And he does a lot of really cool kaiju artwork. And his website is, hold on, let me find it. Oh no, where did it go? I just had it. It was LarryQuatchArt.com. So I'm going to spell that out. LarryQuachart.com. And apparently, if you go through there's a portfolio and a private portfolio, and I'm trying to find stuff to like I don't know if this artist has anything for sale or if they have an Etsy shop. I tried looking them up on Etsy, I didn't see anything, so I don't know if like maybe they have a different like production studio for Etsy or so. I just don't know if the Etsy shop is under the person's name. So these are all things that I can now no longer find. But anyway. This artist, Larry Quatch, has some amazing art, and you can check out a portfolio. There's also a private portfolio that you need a password to get into. I guess it's for professional reasons if they were, shopping their art around. But anyway, no, there's like kaiju, there's cartoon characters, there's like Adventure Time and SpongeBob SquarePants and some Katy Perry pop art. But the kaiju stuff is amazing. And if you or if anybody, hold on a second, Jake. So listener, if you know who Larry Quatch is, and if they have a place where I can buy some of their art, I will gladly not only give multiple shout outs to this artist, but I will gladly give them some money for some art because it is amazing. So that being said, this tweet seems to have garnered much more popularity than I would have ever imagined it to. And now I'm glad it's getting recognition, but I also feel kind of bad because I didn't immediately give the artist credit, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I feel kind of bad that I didn't do it a little early, give the artist credit a little
I'm going to
earlier.
help you out on that. When I post this video to YouTube, I'll put his website link in the description. So
okay, cool.
Whoever's watching
Appreciate
this,
it.
just look right down there. It's there. Well, now if you're watching it right now on Twitch, because it won't be there, but Jordan just spelled it out for you, so go there. But no, it'll be on YouTube because, yeah, he deserves the credit. And Jordan, I want to commend you for at least looking for it, and F that guy that tried to one-up you on the credit. But, I'm a big fan of the kaiju and the kaiju arts, so I'm going to second that. And if anyone knows how or where to buy this dude's stuff, I'm in as well.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kaiju for life. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was more options on this artist's website because I can't purchase anything from
I
them,
wonder if
and
he
I would
has
like
anything
to.
on like TeePublic or Redbubble or something.
I don't know. So whenever I went and found, or whenever I went back, I saw that this person had tweeted to me, like, "Hey, this is this person's information." They linked me to an original tweet. So I guess this Figment piece was a commission for another podcast or for a person who's on another podcast. Let me see. I'll give the podcast a shout out too. So why not? Imagineers Disney Podcast is what they're called. And anyway, I guess this piece was a commission piece for a person on that podcast, and it was from, it looks like back in July of last year. So
Oh,
Nice.
well,
anyway, yeah, no, I just wanted to cover my bases and give credit where credit's due. I'm not in the business of trying to take anything away from artists. Like I certainly didn't create that amazing.
but I do want to argue with you on one thing.
What's that?
You're funny.
Eh,
Come on.
I mean, comedy's subjective, right?
Well, yeah.
I'm okayest. I'm okay at best.
See?
Jake, I don't know how to take a compliment.
No, neither do I. If I can dish them out, if you threw that right back at me, I'd probably pee my pants. So, don't you dare say I'm funny. I won't accept it. Shut the.
You're hilarious. Anyway, so that's I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to that artist, Larry Quatch, amazing art. And if by somehow this podcast graces your ears, I'd like to purchase something.
Yes, agreed. Ditto. And along that,
Mm-hmm.
moving on from that, so we all saw Soul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a hard sentence. You saw Soul. Saw Soul, saw a seesaw. Anyway, so just a quick discussion on it. I have a few comments, but I always like to start with our top movie commenter. And Josh, what'd you think of Soul?
Yeah. It's all right.
Now, that sounds pejorative, but that is like top honors coming from Josh. He doesn't like anything. So, thank you for that, Josh.
Robbie's okay
Huh?
too. Robbie's okay
Robbie,
too.
did you like the movie?
Yeah, it was a really amazing movie.
Yeah,
Had some great music.
the music was fantastic.
Yeah, except for the intro part, but that was on purpose.
Okay, yeah, that was not fantastic. It was
that,
fantastically
that
done.
was eerie.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it sounded like a middle school music class.
Yeah, when that intro started, I was like, is something wrong with my internet connection? What is happening?
Right?
So, Jordan, do you like the movie?
I thought the audio just went dead.
Jordan, so
What
did
was
you like
that?
the movie?
Yes, I very much enjoyed it. I am trying to think of where it falls on my ranking
Ooh,
now.
That is. Get Ryan on the blower right now. You guys are gonna have to redo the Cinema Showdown Pixar Roundup.
We actually talked about it on the episode that is going to be released tomorrow.
Because guys,
But at the time we recorded, I hadn't watched it. So
I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna plug it. If you want to listen to a really good but really stressful movie podcast, check out Cinema Showdown. Fantastic, stressful as shit.
I wanted to hear a movie podcart.
What?
Podcart.
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 The hell's a... Anyway, okay, so I what?
Wait, carts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're on.
I want one of those.
You got one.
It sounds fun.
You're in it now.
I was playing Super Mario Kart this weekend.
Where can I subscribe to a Super Mario Podcart?
Right here.
Oh, that's helpful. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, sure. I had that.
Okay, so I read a fascinating story on the internet about Soul, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I just want to run this by you real quick. So, the story was this family was
right.
watching Soul, and towards the beginning of the movie, actually, it's very near the beginning, when he ends up in the Great Before. So this family's watching it, and their little kid's looking at it, and he goes, "Hey, I remember that place." And everyone just like stopped and looked at him. And I'm reading the story going, "Wait, what? Whoa, wait, what?" And everyone's like, "What do you mean you remember that place?" He's like, "Oh, yeah. It was in the trailer."
Nice.
You guys thought that was going a different way, didn't you? Because so did I. Anyway, I really like Soul. Like, it's towards the top of my rankings, but I need a stew on it to like. That was deep, you guys.
I need to watch it again.
was.
Maybe
And I
another
think
2 or 3 times.
I think it makes my top 5, but I'm not sure if it makes my top 3.
I could agree with that. Like So I'm gonna say this, and I've seen other people say it, so this isn't an original thought, but I originally had it before I saw that other people had the same thought. A lot of Pixar movies are kid family movies with stuff in it for adults, right? It's kind of. I felt like this one was an adult movie with stuff in it for kids.
I feel like yeah.
Like the overall, like if I watch it with my kid. Robbie, did you even get it?
Huh?
There you go. Like I just feel like if I watch this with my kids, they'd be like, "Oh, okay." I mean, they'll enjoy it. It's colorful. It's fun. It's happy. It's good stuff. But like, can we openly talk about this? Like spoiler talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
it's been
I would never mind.
Yeah, it's been out for a week, right?
Okay. Well, let's say this, listener.
weeks.
If you haven't
3
watched
weeks.
it, pause this right now. Go watch it and come back. Hey, welcome back. So you've seen Soul. There's a part at the end where, to get back to the Great Before, he gets into the zone while he's playing the piano, and his soul, so all that's going on, and then my mind is like, he's dead. So is there just a dead body hunched over a piano right now?
I actually had a thought about that because that area is where people go when they're quote unquote in the zone, right?
Yeah.
And then 22 made it a point to show him that he can knock people out of the zone. Like they threw that apple at that opera singer, or the person who was doing the play, and then it knocked her out of the zone. Said line. So if Joe Gardner was alive again, and he was playing in the zone, isn't he technically alive?
Yes.
Yes.
So if he gives the Earth Patch to 22, it would just appear right back on him, right?
No,
No,
he-
the Earth patch.
The Earth patch
So
was
as-
transferable.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I think like as soon as he got to the the escalator, whatever it is, to the light.
Wasn't that like the Great
That
Hereafter
was
or
the
something?
point. Yeah, that was the point when he was close to death or something. But then
Right.
one of the
But
Jerry
my original
saved him
point
again.
being is that when he's in the zone, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he
It's
should
just-
be able to be knocked out of the zone and still be alive.
But
Yes.
like I agree with you, yes. But after that scene, like Robbie's saying, he ended up on the escalator into the Great Hereafter or whatever it was called. So
Well,
sometime
that-
between the zone and there, I assume he died because his soul was about to get zapped in the big zapper. And then yeah, that's when Jerry came
Was
up
it
and was like,
zapper?
"Hey, you get a second chance," which I feel like at that point was a third chance. So something happened between the
Technically.
zone and the escalator, and I don't know what it was. That's another reason I need to watch it again, because everyone that's saying what they're saying right now is absolutely correct. None of you are wrong.
Well, as soon as 22 got to that point, he was basically ready. And I think that's what made it transfer to that zone.
Right, but he's still alive.
Until the escalator.
Well, he might still be alive on the escalator,
Wait.
and when Jerry
He was
gave
just
him
walking
that,
towards the light at that point.
yeah, he was getting ready to fully
Go
Go.
towards the
Oh
light.
no. Okay. No, you got John. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Because the first time he ends up on the escalator, he's technically not dead yet. Okay, this is all making sense now.
Yeah.
So he's not
I
dead
I
until
was
he hits the
confused
light.
as to why you guys were confused for a second there. So now I'm on board.
Okay, so
Yeah.
back to Jordan's point. Now that we've pieced this together, what was it?
He was still alive.
Yes. Okay.
So if he's still alive though, like why does he need the second chance if he's already alive?
Well, okay. Now that we've gathered this new information, I feel like at that point, he was ready. Since he has passed on whatever to 22, he was ready to not be alive. He felt like he had accomplished. Like I think he was calling it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So-
I know he was, but he was alive.
So I might have missed a couple of things in the movie. The pizza plant truck and Cliff Clavin.
Oh,
Okay, I know where both those are.
Cliff was the guy on the
Okay.
subway that they bumped into. He had one line,
As one, well, unless he's Mac.
or Ham,
Well, it was like a hard thing
Oh yeah.
that was
Yeah.
like in the
or
background.
PT Flea. I can keep going.
Okay, those three.
Or a school of fish.
No.
You know what?
They tell
Let me
jokes.
just stop you right there. How dare you? But no, yeah, I missed the Pizza Planet truck as well. Robbie, where was it?
So in the Hall of Everything, along with him,
The Axiom was in there?
yeah, and the blimp from Up, the huge one,
Whoa!
right in the background.
See, I had a hard time finding anything in there because it had everything in there.
No, I mean, it was the
Yeah,
whole
but
of
that's
everything.
also where the truck was, the Pizza Planet truck, and then when they go into the box, that's where you can find the Pixar ball.
Oh.
And on the wall of names, if you pause it at the right time, you can find older animators that passed away a while ago with their names up there.
Interesting.
Oh. There's a plant truck.
Yeah, and then right back there.
There's a whale.
No, it's
So anyway,
towards the sky. Right
Side
there. That's
politicians
the
again.
axiom.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure that looks like King Candy for some reason.
I don't want to rush Soul, but everyone should go out and watch it. It's on Disney Plus right now. But I want to move on to this week's news because
yeah.
I have thoughts and comments. So Jordan, tell us the wonderful news about Magical Express.
It's going away.
Damn it!
Is it going away because of COVID?
No, it didn't say because of COVID. It just says after the year 2021, it will no longer exist. So going into 2022, no Magical Express. And the article I read was very short and to the point. It just said Disney suspends Magical Express from MCO to Disney World in 2022.
So still the
That was
Magical Express from the resort to the cruise ships then?
I have no idea. They just said that they are ceasing Magical Express. So I don't know if that means they are replacing it with a new and improved bus system or ride system. There was a lot of speculation from what I heard on an alleged direct train or monorail from
Dude, they've been
from
talking
MCO to Disney World, but
they've
at
been
that
talking
point,
about
like,
that for years.
yeah, but I mean, what's the point of doing that whenever there's multiple resorts and only one train?
And one stop.
Skyliners.
No, I don't want to take my
That
suitcases
only
on.
that only connects 3 resorts.
I mean, you could build more, but I don't want to take my suitcases on a Skyliner.
Why not?
You know, okay, no, hold on. So the alleged the alleged train station is going to be at Disney Springs. Could you imagine taking a flight to MCO, getting on a train, taking that train to Disney Springs? Let's say you're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge. You know how big of a pain in the ass it's going to be to get from the train to Animal Kingdom Lodge on a Skyliner? How dare you?
I was going to say a subway, but there's so much water that you'd have to take a submarine.
But no,
That'd actually
in all
be cool.
seriousness, though, I loved Magical Express.
Yeah, it's great. I love it too. I don't know what they're gonna do
We only did it
without it.
We only did it once.
And
Rob cried.
I also can't remember what the Magical Express is.
It's the bus from MCO to the resort.
but
So it's just basically a direct line bus.
yeah,
Well, it drops people off at all the different resorts.
Oh,
but the most magical part about it that I had completely forgotten, but I saw comments on the internet about this. The luggage service. You check your bags at your home airport. You don't see them again until they're in your hotel room, and mwah.
And then you check your bags at the hotel room, and you don't see them again until you pick them up at the damn airport.
Fantastic. Like traveling with kids. Now, I know I'm going to Disney World in 2 months, and I opted out of Magical Express because sitting on a bus full of people during a pandemic seemed like a bad idea at the time.
So you get Uber?
I'm renting a car with no contact online check-in for the car. So I'm
Enterprise?
Alamo. I'm doing my best to minimize all contact. So, which leads me into the first speculation I had. Like, I want to judge this decision harshly. However, as I alluded to last week, this is clearly a business decision, and we're in a pandemic. So I don't know what affected what in this decision, but in a year or two, when this pandemic is over, I will fairly judge this.
A year or 10?
Oh, okay, come on, optimism here. Yeah, sliver of optimism here.
Unfortunately,
Anyway.
it is.
But I mean, the Magical Express is still
I know,
running
and
though.
that's where I'm confused about this decision. They could have canceled it right now, but maybe it's a fiscal decision? I don't know. But in like 3 years, if there's no replacement, now people are just scrambling to find alternative ways to Disney World. Yeah, I
Right.
think that's shit.
And I understand that, but I feel like it's a weird. I mean, obviously, this is a year out, right? This is going to be this time next year. So whatever state we're in, as far as pandemic and COVID are like, remains to be seen, but they're still doing it for the remainder of this year. It's still going to go on for another 11 and a half months. And I'm sure we'll hear the follow-up of, hey, we're getting rid of this and doing this instead. So I don't know, but as of now, with only this little bit of information, I feel like it's a weird thing.
It is
Oh,
weird.
here
Because
we go.
let's say there's nothing in place and it goes away.
That's what I
Right?
fear. Yeah.
So hold on, Josh. I have
Okay. I'm being polite and raising my hand.
I'm proud of you.
So, good job. Then that leaves car renting and Uber and Lyft.
Minivans.
That's still Lyft.
Oh, right. It is, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, go ahead, Josh.
Here's an article on Disney Food Blog. Update: the Disney World train station from the MCO likely operational by 2022.
Likely.
Yeah. There's no date to see how old this article is, though. I rate this article
I'm-
2 out of 3
Was the
stars.
article talking about the cancellation of Magical Express as well?
No, it's from August.
Gross.
High-speed train link coming to Disney World 2 weeks
Isn't it only
ago
like 15 miles away.
from Fodor's Travel.
Well, remains to be seen, but
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Frodo's Travel.
oh shit, it's gonna take 17 years. They're gonna walk the whole way.
You gotta walk.
This high-speed train is just a sidewalk
It's
through
bullshit.
the swamp.
Now it's talking about magic erasers.
Mm,
Oh, this is Magic Faster. I'm
I
sorry.
do like magic erasers. You got a smudge on your wall, boom, magic eraser, and they work wonders.
Do not.
Don't tell me what to do, Josh.
It rubs the skin right off.
Ooh, I'm gonna try it on my thighs. I don't know why. Anyway,
That's not
so right now my initial reaction to this is, damn it, that sucks. Because I really did like Magical Express. And you get that video up on the monitors on your way to the resort, and it's super cheesy. And I should hate it, but I love it. I've watched that video on YouTube.
You know what? You know what part I won't miss about that video?
What?
The stupid Dapper Dan babies. That part always freaked me the hell out. Where it's just a whole bunch of babies, but they superimpose real like adult mouths on them and they talk and sing. I hate that part. I hate that part so much.
I think I have the answer. What's happened in Magical Express?
What?
It's
What's that?
it's contractually operated by Mirrors, and if I remember correctly, Disney's been having a fallout with Mirrors over the last few years. So the contract is over, and they're just opting not to renew it. Much like our favorite garbage can.
Push? Ah!
Yeah.
That was operated by Mirrors?
So no, it's just they were fighting with the person that actually owned it, and so they just like, see you later.
But this brings up a good question is, well, then don't say that the Magical Express is going away, because all you'll need to do is just get another contract with a different bus company, and
They
it's
might-
still the Magical Express.
I bet you they're changing names.
That might be part of the contract. It might
Yeah,
be the,
contracts are weird.
it might turn into like Resort Guest Magical Expressway or something.
Fast Pass Podcast 2.
3, Josh, 3.
Right.
But speaking of Resort Guest Magical something or other, our next bit of news, guess what else is going away?
The guy that invented animals?
What?
No, explain yourself. No, I'm not going to let that slide. What the hell do you mean?
I thought Joe Rody
No,
invented animals.
okay, no. We'll get to him in a second.
Oh, okay.
But I like where your head's at now. Now I'm really on board with this. No, they're taking away extra magic hours, and they're replacing.
Well, they've.
I thought
Go ahead, Matt.
They're replacing
Sorry.
with resort guest extra half hours in the morning. Every day.
That's fine.
But hold on, half an hour? That's nothing.
That's one ride.
Half an hour gets you from the TTA to the gate of Magic Kingdom.
Oh,
Congratulations, that's your
man.
extra 30 minutes.
Robbie and I went to extra magic hours at Animal Kingdom. Rode
Extra
three-
magic hours. This is extra magic half of that.
Will you hold the fuck on? We rode 3 things at Animal Kingdom, and then made it to the studios before rope drop.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we rode
Oh,
Passage of Flight.
we also woke up at 3 in the morning and drove from Naples to Disney World.
Okay, no.
It was a fun day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did Passage of Flight,
Flight of Passage.
Dinosaur, and
Cyrodon.
Everest.
oh yeah, and Everest.
Steverest.
Yeah, and then we made it to the studios before rope drop.
Yeah, it was really
Okay, well,
fun.
my guess is the studio's open an hour after Animal Kingdom's regular hour, so you got like an extra 2 hours. But none of that is 30 minutes.
It was.
I'm just
at
saying
that
you
time.
can get at least a ride and a half in.
So I realize that this is their slow rollout of extra magic hours returning. Like extra magic hours will be back. Like it will, as things will slowly start to get back to normal, extra magic hours will return. But for right now, it just seems kind of weird that it's only a half hour and it's only in the morning.
Yeah. And my thought process on that, and it's not an optimistic one, I like your take that extra magic hours will be back, but this is a prediction of mine, and I'm not the best at predicting, as you're going to find out in the next segment. Shit, what was I just going to say? I lost my own train of thought. Oh, I think they will keep it to morning, and they're going to do hard ticket events in the evening. For those extra hours. That just seems the way the pendulum is swinging. I hope I'm wrong,
I could see that happening.
but also,
I could see that happening, but I also don't see magic hours in the evening not being a thing because I can, as somebody who prefers the extra magic hours in the evening, I think that would be a really dirty deal for the parks to pull that.
yeah. And along the same lines as dirty deals, at some point they're cannibalizing their own product because if this keeps happening, what is going to be the perk of staying on property in a Disney Resort hotel? Like no Magical Express, no magic hours. We're all right.
Well, the Magical Express is just specifically to and from, like bus system.
Right. Okay, so that is a perk. All right, well, you answered my question and kind of made me feel a little bit better. So there you go. Thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome.
That did make okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, time will tell on the magic hours, and I honestly hope Jordan's right. I hope this is a slow rollout, and again, like I said on the last thing, I'm sure a lot of this is pandemic related, and that makes sense to me. So I will fairly judge it when it's over,
Yeah.
and if there's still no extra magic hours, then I'll be pissed. But right now, I'll allow it. For some reason, I'm allowing it, so I'm the harbinger of all things Disney. So, if you have any complaints, take it up with me. Or comments, really. Okay, so, let's move on to the man that invented animals. Anyway, Joe Rody retired, and I'm going to miss him.
Yeah.
This is just,
Is he staying on as a consultant though?
I mean, he
Oh.
hasn't said...
Because a lot of the what was it? What's his
Baxter.
name?
Tony Baxter.
Yeah, Baxter.
The
Yeah.
cat's name is Baxter.
Is your cat
Huh.
a Imagineer?
Not to your knowledge.
Like, I feel like that's something you need to check.
Hey, man, listen. Your cat can have whatever profession they want. My cat can have whatever
Look,
profession he
I'm not here
wants.
to judge cat professions. I fully believe in the right for working cats.
Professionally.
Yes. And I will. I don't know where I'm going with this. Someone say something.
Professionally, my cat's a battle cat.
What? No, whiskey?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me call it real quick. I'll show you.
Yeah.
You ready? Whiskey!
I love that the audio listener's gonna be like, I don't get it. What the hell is so funny? Go check YouTube. Just trust me.
Robbie doesn't even get the joke.
Holy shit.
Oh man, that was one of the best movie lines
So
ever.
anyway,
by the
that
way.
was our stirring tribute to Joe Rody. Now, I want to move on to some self-indulgence. You guys, are you ready for this? This is our main topic
Yeah.
for the night. And this podcast, as of this week, is now 8 years old. So,
Oh Jesus!
I did some
It
research.
can get baptized in the Mormon Church.
But it won't. I won't let it.
This podcast is in first grade.
Is it?
Yeah,
Second grade.
Second?
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Wait, what grade's Lily in? Third.
Okay. Is Lily 8?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, but she turns 9 this year, so I don't know.
And-
She's
and then she'll be in 4th grade. Our podcast is in 5th grade.
Grade after that.
our podcast is in reverse gear.
No, that's what I'm here to say. We're actually moving forward quite nicely. It just doesn't feel like it because it's been over the span of 8 years. So, Jordan went back and listened to the first episode that he was on, and I went even further back. So, I went to the episode before our 1-year anniversary episode. Just because
Yeah.
I felt.
How awful was it?
First of all, it was terrible. How we had listeners, I'll never know. Because, man. But 2 things on that episode made me laugh immensely. Thing number 1, on that episode, we talked about the rumor, emphasis on rumor, that a Frozen attraction was going to replace Maelstrom.
Oh yeah, was I mad?
Oh, that aged
None of
well.
us were buying it. So that is what I was referencing earlier in this episode, where my predictions are very poor.
Wait, that happened?
Yeah, no, it didn't, Josh. Just keep living in your happy land.
Okay.
I like this. I like the way this is going. Thing number 2 from that, rumor number 2 from that episode. This is shortly after Disney bought Lucasfilm. And boy, were we excited for the Boba Fett movie.
Well, they kind of almost
know.
happened.
I'm excited for the Boba Fett
Yeah, you
series.
get like, holy shit, it happened. It's not a movie, but it's a series, but holy shit, it's happening. It only took 7 years. We've been sitting on that for 7 years.
Damn.
Well, I mean, think about it. Disney has had Star Wars or Lucasfilm for about 7 or 8 years now. It's been almost a decade.
Holy shit. They've had Marvel for even longer.
It's been almost, it's been almost a decade because Force Awakens came out in 2015, And I remember whenever they announced that they had hired the people to write it.
Do you remember that period of time where like we didn't know who was writing or directing it yet, and there was all sorts of rumors going around? One of my
Yes.
favorite things. This wasn't in this episode, but it just came to me just now. One of those rumored directors for The Force Awakens was Jon Favreau. Yeah.
Was it? Oh, wow. Huh.
And here we
Huh.
are
That is-
in Jon Favreau land. Like
Yeah.
one of the showrunners of The Mandalorian, like he got his. So I feel like the big takeaway from this is maybe we shouldn't shit on so many rumors. Maybe we should just give them time.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Maybe we should water them and let them grow.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm very excited for Beastly Kingdom.
Oh God.
And Australia
Oh,
in
me.
Animal Kingdom. So anyway, that was my self-indulgent dive into the Mickey Mutineers past. Jordan, how was your first episode?
Oh boy, that was an interesting listen. It was episode 173.
Oh, that was
70
close.
It was called Camping. And
I love that it was just called camping.
so first off, I don't ever remember being on an episode with Tim, and Tim was on this episode. Also,
Huh.
my first episode was where the garbanzo bean bit started. Because I went back and I listened, and I was like, oh God, that was on my first episode.
Oh,
It's a joke
wow.
that won't die.
So that bit is almost 5 years old.
Damn.
So,
The first episode was August 10th of 2016.
wow.
I lived in Denver.
Whoa, did you really?
Robbie was there.
Robbie was 12. So, I didn't listen to the whole
Jesus.
episode, but I also dabbled in that episode real quick. You know what else?
No,
Wait,
funny story.
he wasn't
Yeah,
12.
Funny story.
16.
Robbie was on
What?
that
He was?
episode. Robbie was on that episode. So not on the microphone, but I remember I was talking or Josh was talking and I interrupted Josh and I said, "Josh, I hate to interrupt you, and I don't want to startle you, but there was a ghost in a red t-shirt that passed right behind you." And then he goes, "Oh, that's a teenager." And it was Robbie.
Yeah, I would pass by often during podcast times to get water or something, or just to wave hi.
To get water, why would you go to the basement to get water? Remember, I had the little freaking craft room in the basement I did the
Hold on a
podcast out of?
second. Am I just realizing that
I don't
Robbie spent the
remember
last
that.
4 years just slowly easing into the podcast so gradually that none of us noticed until he was a permanent cast member?
I don't think he still
Robbie,
is.
you dick!
He just
Well,
I'm trying to figure out a silly little metaphor, but nothing.
also in Jordan's, so I dabbled in Jordan's first episode. We did the high five bit on it, which we also did last week.
Wow. I must have missed that part because I don't remember hearing
Oh,
that
we high
part.
fived. And I see,
no, you belly bumped.
no, this one was a high five. Like that was normally it was the belly bump, but also I kind of just breezed through a bunch of old episodes last week, just like let's listen here. I can't remember if it was that one or another one, but we did. It was one of Jordan's earlier ones. Might have been that one, but we did joke about taking him hostage. Was that one?
Oh man, I think it might have been that one because I do now that I remember. I kind of or go back and listen. I kind of remember. I'll go back and listen to like a couple more of my first to just to get the lay of the land. But
But like, you thought we were kidding about that.
well,
We have one cast member here against his will, one that's willingly trying to be here. And then there's me and Josh, and I don't know our story.
So was I on the urologist episode?
Look, I don't know these things.
I'm reading the description now. It would have been 174.
See, because it was around that same time we started tweeting out the link.
Yes, and then I feel like I just started coming in.
I remember one time you came in and you sounded like a helicopter, because you were on like an old laptop.
Oh yeah. The first one, I guess I was on my phone because I even say it in like halfway through the episode that I was recording from my iPhone.
Whoa.
And there's that one time when we were tweeting the link that an owl called in, and that was annoying. And we never had him on the podcast
There
again.
was an owl.
It took us about 6 months to figure out who
I
it
forgot
was.
who it was. I forgot about the owl.
I'm not saying his
Oh,
name.
it was him,
Is he who shall never be named on this show again?
Robbie.
Wait, what was? Do you guys remember the episode? Do you guys remember the episode that Safari Mike was on? And it was before I was a regular on the permanent part of the podcast. And I just popped in and I said, "This isn't where I parked my car." And then I left. And then Safari Mike came back on the show.
Wait, he hasn't been on for years. Should we get him back on?
Ask him.
Doesn't he live in Vegas now? Like, can't I just go visit him?
Probably.
Visit constantly.
I mean, it's got to be constantly if he doesn't live there because he posts on Instagram like every day.
His Instagram feed is all about Vegas.
Sometimes he goes to Zion National Park, which means he drove right by my house. And I have to have a word to him. Okay, I gotta get him on the podcast. I'm gonna ask him. You guys just wait. I won't tell you when or where, but Safari Mike will be back on this show.
Eventually.
And much like, the joke about taking Jordan hostage, I'm a man of my word. So, let's go back.
Wait,
What?
that was never a joke. You know
know.
that.
Now I just want to talk about Josh's first episode.
God, that was horrible.
How awful was that? I remember we had no. I'm talking about episode 1, which is lost to the dustbins
Yeah,
of history.
we had no idea what we were doing. We had no microphones.
No, we had microphones, but
Well, I mean, not our fancy. Oh wait, we did have our fancy panty blue snowballs
Yeah.
by then, didn't
but
we?
we had some setting turned on where we could hear our own voices, which we thought would be a good thing at the time.
God,
Except for there was a delay.
that was bad. It was bad.
So bad.
Holy shit! It was like I was distracted by myself.
And then I was distracted by you being distracted by yourself, and I was distracting myself in the process.
Yeah.
We should have just called it then.
And then the second episode with Tim and getting stuck in the Muppet pipe or whatever the fuck he was in, and that was weird. That one was really weird.
And
the first few ones were pretty weird, especially you have guys killing him with a lightsaber, and then that ending bit carrying on for a long time. I'm pretty sure it's still
it's like a long
carrying
time.
on.
You're about to hear it. And something else I remember from way back, like before Jordan, before Robbie, when it might have been before Matt. My friend Matt. So every week we would do the stupid bit where we would pick a location where our van, because we had a van, was.
Yes.
And I would
Yes.
tell my friend Matt where this location was, and he would draw it on his iPhone in the shittiest way possible, and that would be the episode picture.
I forgot about that. I forgot. about that. Oh my god. Hey, remember that one time our brother Matt puked on the show?
One of only 2 people to puke on this show.
Huh. Who was the other?
Wait, what?
The other one never made it to air because it was my son.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was one time
Yeah.
Chloe was
Walked in and projectile
yeah,
vomited.
just like we were trying to do an episode, and it was just me and Josh and Chloe because no one else showed up. It was before Jordan's time, so we're sitting there recording, and my son walks out. He's like, "Dad, I threw up." He's just covered in puke. I'm like, "We have to stop this episode." So, yeah, that happened, and then
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I showed up maybe a few times during the first, like,
Yeah, it was Robbie. Get the hell out of here.
no, like actually like this. It's like me with the double cord, just sitting there listening basically, and every so often putting in my commentary.
2 cents.
well,
I don't know.
But it was definitely not like this, that's for sure.
Towards the end of this little retrospective now, I would be remiss if I did not mention the god and creator that makes all things Mickey Mutineers possible, Tyson the Canadian. Because this is all taking place in his head right now.
Yeah, this whole universe. Why is he thinking up a pandemic?
Hey,
Damn it.
that's a good... You
What
know
an
what the most adorable
asshole.
part about him is, though? If you go to his Twitter profile, which is at Chison, Chison, he still has in his bio that he's part of this. So, and I hope he never changes it.
Eh, well, you know, it's not like he can't freaking.
Join in.
Yeah, I mean, it is technically his
And
podcast
his
in
world
his
and
head.
everything within it. So, anyway, we end
Yes.
this episode by giving praise and thanks to our Lord and Savior, Tyson. And that's our show. Hey, I'm Jake. That's Josh. That's Jordan. That's Robbie. As always.
Help, we're stuck in here.
Oh, that's not
Well,
what I
what
was
were you
gonna
gonna
say at
say?
all.
Anyway, I'm very excited for Beastly Kingdom.